Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today I'm going to be taking you on a walkthrough for the basics of how to set up OBS or Open Broadcaster software for YouTube Gaming. Now, the YouTube Gaming service just launched yesterday.
It's time for JJZA7.
Hey, what's up guys? Jerry here, aka Barnacles, and in this episode of Tech Tip, I will be showing you how to set up your very first live stream on either the box, say add another scene, and we're going to call this gameplay with webcam. So now I have two scenes in my project. So you can see gameplay with webcam has nothing, full webcam has me. See? Nothing. And I can switch between them while I'm live streaming, which is really cool. All right, so now I want to add a source, so we're going to go ahead and add my webcam again. So go to Video Capture Devices, and we'll just do webcam again. You can also create something called a global source so you can keep reusing it so you don't have to go through this whole process over and over again. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to do it. Now, there's another button called Edit Scene. When you click Edit Scene down here at the bottom of the screen, you get a light red box around the video. And what this allows you to do is drag it and resize it. So now I can put my video down here if I want. I can put my video up here.
Place on. Do you know how to set it up?
If I immediately when you want that event to start. If you want to just start general encoding, broadcast settings, video, audio, hotkeys, so on and so forth, there are a lot of options in here. Don't let it overwhelm you. So what we want to start with is encoding. Now, under encoding options, the default is going to be 1,000 kilobytes per second. Now, what you want to do is figure out how much upstream bandwidth you have. So I recommend going to a site like speedtest.net and conducting a speed test to figure out how much upload bandwidth you have. Then, because you're going to be playing a game, factor in that you're probably going to need some of that bandwidth for the game itself. So dial it back by about a quarter. And what I usually recommend if you have the bandwidth for it is no less than 2,500 kilobits per second for 1080p at 30 frames per second, or no less than 2,000 is 720p, just from my own experience. But if you can get up to 3,500, it's going to look amazing. So for my upstream, I'm going to go ahead and set it at 3,000 kilobytes per second, roughly 3 megabit. Okay, now I'm going to go down to broadcast settings, and you can see right here mode live stream or file output only. If you set it to file output only, it will just save a local copy to the hard drive. So if you're recording like a Let's Play video or something like that, you can totally use this to do that. You don't have to live stream. You can also record locally and live stream at the same time, so you have a physical copy locally on your system. It's actually a very versatile software. So we're going to go ahead and set it back to live stream. And then down here you can see streaming services. There's a whole list. There's Twitch, Vaughn, Good Game, Daily Motion, YouTube. I mean, you can stream to all of these places with OBS. We're going to set it to YouTube/YouTube Gaming. And then what you're going to see down here in the fourth box is play path or stream key. Now, this is the most important part of the whole live streaming process. Now, to get that key, you have to go log into your YouTube account, and you have to open up the dashboard. Now, you can see here in my dashboard, I have under live streaming, I have
God, no.
Might actually be an option for you if you haven't considered it already. How easy
Stream Now, which is in beta, but you can use it. And you also have events. And if you click on events, you can actually schedule an event for a certain time, set up all the parameters, the thumbnails, the video description, everything, and then go live immediately when you want that event to start. If you want to just start live streaming to your audience now without any of that crap, just click Stream Now and then set a thumbnail. Just click Change Thumbnail and set it to whatever you want the thumbnail to be for your viewers. Give it a title. I'm just saying shooting a tutorial video for you guys. Give it a description and a category. You can also go over and enable monetization, cards. You can set up your stream options. There are a lot of options in here, but the most important one for live streaming down here is the one you can't see. This is your stream key. Now what you have to do is click the reveal button, which I'm not going to do because if I show you guys my stream key, that gives you access to stream on my channel. So what you're going to want to do is click reveal and then copy the contents of this box into the stream key box inside of OBS. This is important. Once you put your stream key in this box and you apply the settings, when you start live streaming, it will go to your channel. There's no usernames or passwords. You just use the stream key.
It's not
Now,
going to get
again, guys,
me.
if you're not
I
streaming,
need
you
that.
need to protect that stream key. Do not ever let that slip on stream. Do not ever tweet it out. Don't email it. Nothing. That stream key will give somebody complete access to stream on your channel. And that's why you'll notice in most programs, they protect it even when you paste it with a series of dots to mask it. Now, another setting I recommend changing is down here where it says file path. I would change that from FLV to MP4, both above and below right here. And the reason being is Windows 10 at least has a hard time playing back the Flash video files with the default built-in media player, but MP4 files play everywhere. So by setting that extension, it just works. You'll also notice that we have some warnings below. It says your OBS settings are not optimized for YouTube. Please use the following. Go to advanced settings and set the keyframe interval of 4 seconds. So we want to go to advanced settings and find keyframe interval, and we want to set that to 4. It's nice that it gives you these little tips, honestly. Now you can see it back at broadcast settings. We no longer have that warning. Now you click on video. Right now it's already set up exactly how I want it. It's going to live stream at 1920 by 1080 at 30. 30 frames per second. But if you want, you can stream at 60 frames per second, or you can drop it back to 1280 by 720 if you don't have a lot of upload bandwidth, or you want to do to 60 frames per second and 1080p can't handle it, either because of your system or your internet connection. I recommend that you play with all of these settings. Your go to your encoding, play with the bit rate. Make sure you get a bit rate where you're not dropping packets, and we'll talk about that here in a little while. And then make sure that you have a video quality that your users want. Honestly, 1280 by 720 is going to be crisper than 1080p at a lower bit rate because you're not going to have all those compression artifacts. So figure out what you can do comfortably and feel out your viewers. Also, and make sure that they're enjoying the stream and that the content is good. And if they're giving you feedback and you're seeing a lot of people say, oh, the video's skipping, the video's chugging, then go back and reevaluate those settings. It is a little bit of trial and error depending on internet connection and system performance. All right, for the purpose of this live stream, I'm going to leave it at 1080p. Now, all of the other settings down here like audio, I'm just going to leave on default because I already have my microphone mapped as my default device. But you can also go in and change these to whatever you want depending on your configuration. So if you have like USB headphones plugged in or a USB microphone, you can select those explicitly if they're not just working for you. Okay, so at this point, we are set up and ready to live stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the preview, and now I'm going to click Start Streaming. And I am quite literally live streaming to my channel for this demo. All right, now down at the bottom of the screen, you see a little green square, and it says that I'm approaching about 3 megabit per second at 30 frames per second, and that box is green. That is perfect. That means that I have enough upstream bandwidth that I'm not dropping any packets, and everything is working perfectly. Now, if we go over to the YouTube live streaming dashboard, you can see that it's starting. The stream is starting, and the stream health is good. That is exactly what we want to see. And now it says I'm live. So right now, I am live to YouTube, guys, with that composition that we just set up, and we